Good evening and welcome to We All Gonna Die Wednesday. How's everybody doing tonight? Hope all is well. Prepping Mantis, good to see you. Man, this chat box is so small on my phone. Penny, good to see you. JD, what's up? Who else we got up in here? Betty Lou in the house. The Mantis in the house. Show Intel is dying already. Gnostic Nomad, good to see you. Tracy K in the house. Rob B, what's up? Teresa Buchanan. Sorsha, good to see you. Hope everybody is doing well. SRD, what's good? Rural 2IC. Yeah, a little unorthodox this evening. I am still pretty under the weather, and the last thing I want to do is pass that along to the homie, the Livingston man, so I'm avoiding him. Oh, look at that. The lights came on behind me. Fantastic. Love it. It's getting dark. Let me see if I can put some lights on in front of me, too. Oh, look at that. And now I can be seen. XMYC, Hobson, good to see you. So, let's see if I can break this thing while trying to roll that beautiful beam footage. I don't even know if it's here. Livingston, man.
I think you just click on it.
I know, but I'm not sure what's what here.
It should say like HVPAS WAGDW Capster ass file sounding.
No, not seeing it. Not seeing it. It's not there.
Won't let me.
Won't let you do it?
No, I'm the one that shared it, but I feel like it's got to do with you. I feel like
oh man. Well, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna hit this button and hope for the best. Stick with us. Free plan comes with one example video. If you'd like to share your own videos, check out our upgrades. Hang on a second. Where is it? No, it's not there.
Play him the video I sent you of just a minute ago. Talked about our boy from Florida.
I got nothing, bro. Can't even do that. Can't do shit. I'm on a cell phone here in the yard. So, golly,
it's ridiculous. Watch, I'll share it again. Fuck it.
Yeah, nothing here.
Thanks for sticking with us, folks.
Nothing here.
Wow. I put another thing. It's on the stage. Okay, where's your stage?
We're on the stage, homie. I ain't got nothing for it. Oh, okay, all right. Well, I'm gonna hit the button. Let's see what happens. Add to stage.
We all gonna die.
System failure. System crash unsustainable.
It's coming apart at the seams. Okay, and now I do believe we can remove them from the stage. And we should be back to semi-normal. Southern Tier Prepper, thank you so much for the new bell. Every time I smash it, the bad boy works. Super stoked.
Because you're too
preparedness.
All you gotta do is touch it.
No, I wanna smash it. I wanna smash it. Good to see you, East Tennessee. And yes, you were #1 this evening. Well, actually, early this afternoon. So super cool. Appreciate you, East Tennessee.
I mic'd your bell, Mike.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Check it out. Be like,
now we're talking.
Headphone users rejoice. You brought us here to talk about the extinction of mankind, so let's have it. Let's cut right to the chase, boss.
I think there's a culling coming of the population of not just America but the world. I really do. I really do. I don't know what the basis of that is going to be. Whether most likely examples, Livingston Man, I would say war. Right, war is a big one. That's a big eater of people. Right. Anytime there's a war, you have casualties, and the numbers grow. You're at the helm of the mothership there, Livingston Man. Could you look me up and tell me how many people died during World War II? Mad Shad, good to see you. Scott Hummer, what's up?
I can tell you that actually right off the top of my head, but
Okay.
it's probably accepted between something like 45 million and something like 100 million people directly or indirectly died from the effects of World War II worldwide.
Right. So world wars, large-scale wars, take out large numbers of people.
Well, when you factor in the what was the population at that time? So what population?
Milo says 50 million. Yeah, that's a good round number, Milo. I would agree with that. I'd agree with that. Oops. And yes, it's depopulation.
There was only 2 billion people in the world when World War II was ramping up and at its peak. All right, so we're now 4 times that.
Yeah. So if you took 50 million out of that 2 billion, that's a decent sized number.
You're accounting for inflation at this point. So what was worth fucking 45 million lives back then is worth this many. So war has always been a great color. Besides disease, is actually the number one thing killed most people ever was sickness and disease, plague, if you will.
Absolutely. I think go right ahead.
Followed by, I would actually assume, famine or otherwise environmentally induced stress.
Yeah, totally.
And I mean that with a really broad brush. That's everything from a comet strike to an environmental change, climate.
Or disaster, right? A natural disaster could do that. Something like Fukushima going off, or like another Chernobyl type event.
Sure.
Could totally do something like that. And over in Europe, they are actively preparing to receive massive amounts of dead people over there. I don't know if anybody out there in the chat has seen the reports out of Europe, how they're beefing up and get ready to accept mass casualties, right? The first thing that brings to my mind is war. Number one, right?
Missiles, Europe does. Europe goes to war like once, at least a century, and like that one time they did it twice, and it was amazing. Everybody, to understand the current world order, one must understand how World War II was conducted and how it ended specifically. All the lines that are drawn, all the alliances that have been made, all of this geopolitical world order stems from the way the end of World War II was conducted and imposed on the victors versus the losers.
100%. I'm moving. I can't do this outside stuff. Let's get in the house and let's get some roof over our head, right? Shelter should be your number one prep. Next,
you got 2 hours, bro. You got 2 hours.
I know. Well, we still got time, but I'm not waiting. There's mosquitoes out there, Livingston Man. I ain't trying to get eaten, catch malaria here on the live stream. It is We All Gonna Die Wednesday, bro. You got to be careful.
That's malaria.
Yeah,
it's interesting conversation. I don't mean to steer this into a historical thing, but it's actually hard not to go there because the impending doom of the human race or whatever. Impending mass die-off of humanity. Yeah. Cosmic planetary scale, unfortunately, guaranteed. It's already happened. If you believe science at all, and it's already happened once.
I think it's happened multiple times, Livingston.
Sure. Not only with planetary life in general, but with humans. There was actually science and DNA technology at the point it is now, alleges that humans at some point in our history were reduced to something like 3,000 to 5,000 individuals, and that we're actually more related genetically than we might think we are. There are certain outlying segments, the same thing that you would see in a natural population of animals and plants, even where a massive catastrophe occurred, and like not just human life, but all life took like a significant hit. Some of them never came back. All of us now take accounting for inflation 30 to 50,000 years ago.
Yeah. There's not a lot of people.
To have the population reduced to 3,000 to 5,000 individuals means that most of them were gone. In fact, you're left with an anomaly. Like these ones just happened to survive.
Yep. By circumstance, honestly. And, you know, how did they get through it? How did they do it? Luck, skill, and adaptation, right? I think that's like the most important prep, being able to adapt to whatever's going on around you so that you can keep your head above water. Teriyaki says, announcement to hospitals in France. What did I miss? They are preparing to take mass casualties whenever they come. There was a big readout for it the other day, and unfortunately I'm on my phone here, but I'm trying to get things set up on the PC so I can see everybody. Adri, good to see you. King Corso, Prepper Book Club, LMDMT.
Say it again for me. So there's an announcement that, let me get this straight. Hospitals should, in fact, be ready to accept like patients if necessary. This is how they
patients, not just patients, Livingston, man. We're talking mass casualties, 500 to 1,000 people at a clip. At a clip.
And I think a giant metropolitan area hospital should indeed have that fucking capability. What I'm pointing out here is simply how they blow headlines and agendas out of proportion. Look what they're doing. It's like, yeah, I don't know what their job. Awesome. I wish my fucking local hospital could handle 1,000 casualties. They're making sure they can if necessary. All I'm saying, it's not some look what they're going to do. It's like, no, thank you for doing what you're doing.
I agree, Livingston, man. I think hospitals are stressed to the max now. You know, I recently had to visit one of our local hospitals here in the Hudson Valley, and what I found was they are highly understaffed, highly overworked, and there is not enough room for just the average people coming in on a day-to-day basis, right? The population in the Hudson Valley here has grown pretty well, and our facilities can't accommodate the people that are here now. What are we going to do if there is some sort of mass casualty event? What if there is something like that? Oh, let's see. We had a really good comment here from Soil Radio Operator. UK and France, 150,000 civilians. KIA. Where'd he go?
Maybe he's talking about World War II losses still.
Yeah. 3 times that injured. Yeah. Totally could happen, man. It's
the primary victims of war always there's military losses which are counted and documented for, but then there's the civilian cost, which is often not, and it's most often overlooked. If you're a civilian in a war-torn region, you are actually at the shit end of the spectrum of survival. You're expected to leave, and if you can't, sorry, bro. And that's just the laws of how warfare works. The civilians actually bear the brunt of a warfare. Sorry, I got shit beeping at me.
Rum Runner, thank you. Appreciate it, man. Really appreciate it, Rum Runner. Thank you.
I could point to about like 137 specific times when I said, do not, under any circumstances, come to my house.
It's true, but I usually don't listen. This time I actually I
You
didn't
can
even.
put me and Vision Preparedness put you into private stock, bro.
Well, I just told you I was a Livingston man. I still feel like big old pile of shit, and I'm not coming over. I don't want to give this to anybody. I don't even know if it's something that's contagious, but I wouldn't want to give this to anybody because, man, I feel like a bag of smashed assholes.
Robots can't get sick, bro.
Yeah, I know, but you got cats and stuff, and I do love the dog, so
That's why I can't get sick. The cats. The impending mass die-off of humanity. If we're being truthful here, as you take this all the way forward, cosmic through time, science again alleges, with all its books and knowledge and things it knows, we got like a billion years left. The sun burns itself out, it gets bigger. Actually, it will just be it will be cooked by the sun. And do you know what the only couple of things that will actually be left of the human race, because we'll die way before that actually happens, but the things that'll be left behind by the human race, what do you suppose they are?
I'm gonna go with the Great Pyramids and maybe the foundations of some of those skyscrapers, because they're pretty super ginormous.
The pyramids are expected to still exist, although they'll probably be buried in sand. The Hoover Dam,
Okay,
and probably the Three Gorges Dam in China,
gotcha.
as well as some other super heavy structures, but here and there.
Great Wall, maybe.
Right, but those ones, those super duper massive things, like the Three Gorges Dam is so heavy. Do you know that it slowed down the rotation of the Earth? Like, it affected its gravity.
Wow.
It's like putting a balancer on the tire, right?
Yeah.
And so when you shift a whole lot of weight into a certain place like that, that happens. Like, there are things that work. Us humans, we are indeed the masters of this planet. We can make it do anything we want, but the cost of that is that it reacts in ways that we didn't
expect. Absolutely. I totally agree. You start fucking with Mother Nature, and when she pushes back awful hard, right? There's a lot of talk about this pole shift that's kind of ongoing, right? Magnetic north has been on the move for quite some time. It's still moving. The South Atlantic anomaly is now splitting into two regions. Well, it appears to be splitting into two regions. So who knows what could happen with that? If it's just a magnetic flip and the Earth actually doesn't tilt, I think we'll be okay, right? Our compasses are just going to read backwards. We're going to have to relearn how to read maps. They repaint the numbers on runways for their locations on like a weekly basis now, Livingston, man. I don't even know if they paint them there anymore. It's probably all just digital and passed on from one to another now, because GPS is on the move. I've had some instances as of late, honestly, of my GPS on my phone going completely haywire on me.
Magellan and his homeboys went through the Straits of Gibraltar and the Tierra del Fuego. They found a new way through the impassable and found themselves out in the Southern Ocean, in the Indian Ocean, and circumnavigated the world based on looking at the stars with telescopes.
Yep.
500, 600 years ago. This modern technology is not foolproof. And in fact,
no, it's not reliable.
It is convenient, but as you're saying here, it's like it needs constant recalibration, constant digital this and electrical that, and every other thing. Anyone with a grid down mentality needs to reject GPS, electricity in general, or if not that, because that can be produced and acquired locally, but any sense of a network to outside of your general area, you've got to temper your ideas about how you actually think that that's going to go down. It was crossing oceans. Some people think the Polynesians discovered South America way before any kind of like, and all this stuff. These dudes paddled out with canoes, could read the waves, could read the stars. There was no satellites. The stars were the satellites.
Definitely. And, your paper maps are still good, right? But if you're counting on that box in your dashboard or the GPS in your phone to get you somewhere, don't please bring a paper map with you and at least look at it and plot the route. Even if you're going to just do GPS, make sure you get into the route and study it, know where it's going to bring you, know where your turns are. All that stuff, man. Gotta do it. You absolutely have to do it. Wolfang, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. Mike Hawk, good to see you. Map and land navigation is crucial when SHTF, your phone won't work. Correct. Now,
stop putting your phone in a Faraday cage. There is no network to connect to. Your phone works good. Nobody else's does. There's nothing left.
So that's what I was just going to get at, Livingston, man, is you can cache offline maps in your phone, right? So let's say you download some stuff to your phone and you're saving it in the internal storage of your phone. This isn't on a website. It's actually on the device itself. If everything falls apart and your device still works and you have the capability to charge it via solar panel or something like that, it's going to last as long as the battery will still charge or until you break it, right?
You need GPS.
Well, GPS isn't going to work, but you may still have maps downloaded onto your phone that you can physically look at and say, okay, that's the mountain. This is that road. I have to go that way.
Yeah.
But
all right.
a paper map, especially if you can laminate them. Laminators are cheap, guys. Before the tariffs kick in, you can buy a laminator off of Amazon for like $25 and it's going to come with a bunch of sheets. I don't think I have it in the Amazon storefront, but I will put the one that I have in there because the one I have works pretty good and I would recommend it to people.
And you rolled yours. Now you can, instead of having to fold them, you can just roll them. And you put them in like tubes.
Yep. And the nice thing about them is if you have dry erase markers and you want to just plot something out and then wipe it off so that nobody else can read it, you can do that. Grease pencils are a good way to do that too. That's something that's going to last a little bit longer than your dry erase markers. And it's not permanent. You're not going to destroy your map with like a permanent magic marker, right? So you can reuse them time and time again. Eric N1RB says that Earth will tilt. That's the problem. Will it be fast or slow? Depends upon how bad the results will be.
I promise you, as an amateur geologist who has a less than basic understanding of geological processes, this idea that the Earth is just going to topple over, if that happens, it's completely apocalyptic. No one will be left untouched by that. It's the end of us as we know it. Done.
Yes. Done. And it could happen. There's talk of a 1,000-foot tsunami sweeping across the entire fucking world as the Earth actually stops spinning for a period of time. You're right on time, bro.
And why those theories hold water is because that's actually happened 2 times, although not in the same event. There was one point where the Earth and another planet called Theia crashed directly into each other. The ejecta of that explosion of 2 celestial bodies directly knocking each other like billiard balls on a pool table. Bow! Blew the back out of Earth and caused what we now call the moon. Theia was absorbed into the Earth and became its iron nickel core.
Interesting. This is the first time I've really heard about this, Livingston, man.
So there's the one theory, and then also another apocalyptic thing. All right, so now Theia impact caused the Earth to actually spin slower. And tilted our axis is why the Earth is canted slightly.
Okay.
So that has happened. The planet has been shifted. The force necessary to do that was another literal planet hitting it. And it literally knocked the planet on its side and tilted everything. Completely catastrophic. This was billions of years ago, though. The second time this ever happened, when the entire Earth ignited and lots of shit went down, is when the asteroid that killed the dinosaurs hit. In North America, as we know it, ignited. Okay, like imagine it. This thing, and nobody heard anything. It came in faster than the speed of sound, about 2 kilometers wide. Big chunk of shit hit the Chicxulub area, what we call the Yucatan Peninsula. That sort of bowl shape you see there. That's why.
Cut by the massive crater, right?
Science alleges that this is exactly what happened, and given the evidence, I'm inclined to agree. Scientist, doctorate, Dr. Livingston, that I am. The point being is that some giant just piece of rock from outer space can come and hit you, and there is 1, nothing you can do about it. 2, it's fucking everything up. This is really bad, and we will have a very big problem coming back from this. Couple it with the fact that we now have modern threats, such as nuclear weapons, biological warfare. Plague was always a thing. It's biblical.
Yeah, but then men start making it and making it more deadly, and then it's man-made plague, right?
Let's talk about man-made famine. Let's talk about man-made horsemen then. A profit-driven elite seems to be hell-bent on stamping out us peasants, don't they?
Yeah. Well, it seems like they've got all the money that they want, and they don't really need us anymore, Livingston, man. They have their AI friend who's going to give them all the answers and do all the work that all the people used to do. So they don't need so many of us anymore. So that leads to my whole
we're a real burden on the payroll,
and the retirement systems and the healthcare system and everything else. And if something is not done to interject massive amounts of funds to these things, they're all going to disappear. And
but don't these guys have massive amounts of funds? Like they're like, I need money. All the money, bro.
But they're greedy, and they're not going to get rid of it. Anne-Marie, yes, I did hear about the earthquake in Nevada. It was a decent one too.
Underground nuclear tests. That was.
I heard Russia just did a nuclear test as well up in the Arctic. So it's not looking good, man. Whether it's okay, so we've got this Atlas I3, right? That's coming at us. And it's not really coming that close to Earth.
Is this that alien fucking mothership they said?
Well, yeah, that's what some people are calling it. It's a fucking comet. It's just from so far away that it's not made up of stuff that we would normally see in a comet that, well, lives in our neighborhood, right? Because this thing is interstellar. It's from someplace way out of our solar system and maybe made up of stuff that doesn't exist here in our solar system. But this sucker is going to pass through the asteroid belt, right? Like a giant cue ball passing through down the pool table. Is it going to hit some debris out there? More than likely. Is it going to push some stuff out of the way? More than likely. Could it send something our way? More than likely. But you don't hear that spoken about very much. The comet isn't a threat, but some of the things that it could bump into may become a threat in the near future. So it's rough, man. Wild says lies to propagate more fear. Who? Me? No, I'm not lying, bro.
No, he's talking about me. That's why I'm here. That's why you're watching. You brought up the asteroid belt. The asteroid belt is somewhat believed to be the rockier remnants of, again, that impact I talked about with the planets in each other. That's where the super rocky ejecta was blasted off to. And the lighter stuff, the dustier shit, coalesced into the moon. And you know what else is wild? if you were something like some being that was alive and you were able to look up at the sky during this time, the moon coalesced into its present form in probably like a week. And if you were somehow alive when this happened, what you would have saw was this burning hot eye of Sauron in the sky.
Mm.
And it makes you wonder where ancient folklore comes from, because science, you either love science or you hate it. And I get it. I don't care. But they always seem to agree. And it's that that people won't like reach out and be like, we agree. I'm a firm believer that actually religion and science are the same thing that are called different things.
Kinda.
It's the way that the Romans misinterpreted other cultures' gods. It's like the same kind of attitude is what I mean. Like, oh, you worship Mars. They're like, no, we worship this guy. They're like, no, yeah, it's that. And you're saying the same fucking thing, just different.
Interesting. Sorcia says ancient people write about a time before the moon that it just appeared one day.
Science claims that as well.
Ed Case, good to see you. Thank you for stopping in.
One of two things has happened. Is either this is a simulation and it's the same game that's been playing out over and over again on infinite loop, except it keeps modernizing itself for the times, the zeitgeist, or all the ancient stuff is absolutely true. All of it, literally, because you have to look at it either way. It's always the same story over and over again. History simply just keeps repeating itself on a loop, or we haven't learned something yet where we can unlock the next level yet. Like this is an arcade game, and we're stuck at level 2025, and I've been here for actually quite a while. It's the same events repeating themselves over and over again. There's a lesson we're not learning because those who don't know their history,
keeps repeating. It keeps on repeating
until you learn it.
It's true. It's true.
Ladies and gentlemen, since about I'm thinking it's more like about 1918 when they did all this cool Federal Reserve stuff and all this nasty federalizing a lot of stuff at post World War I era with the Roaring 20s, right, slide into World War II superpower era, and we have been repeating some form of pattern over and over again, and we're stuck in it because we haven't learned something.
Stuck in the loop. How
I
am a firm believer that you can manifest your own destiny if you can envision it and want something bad enough. It will be yours. You just have to keep talking to that higher power, whatever you believe it is. Whether it's the universe or God or Jesus or whatever it is to you, you need to keep pushing for it. You need to keep pushing for it. And a lot of people are searching for God outside of themselves and meaning outside of themselves, and where that really is. And I think what the Bible really tries to teach us is that's all in here. It's all in here. It's all in here. And we have to get in tune with ourselves and tune our frequency to the higher vibration, and we can manifest things, right? If you want $100 million, obviously that's not going to happen like that, but some things can happen quicker than others, right? The universe takes a while on the big things, and it delivers on time every time.
If you believe NASA, you're on a tiny speck of dust from an explosion, paying taxes and going to work.
Gnostic Nomad, I tell you what, brother, we should do it down the rabbit hole one night. We'll have the Nomad on, Livingston Man, and we'll go down the rabbit hole. Because I know the Nomad
arch enemy. It was like my arch enemy. I was like, I wonder. I didn't understand what I did to deserve the title. Although I'm like, well, I'm wearing that. I'm putting that shit like. I need to get like. You can only do 16 characters on a military name tape, but I need like Gnostic Nomad's arch enemy, like spelled out like across the shirt.
Hey, he's not your arch enemy.
I don't even know, but he said it. I was like, what did I even do? I was like, fuck, man. No,
Nomad's good people, and I know his channel could use a little boost. And I'm going to take it upon myself to do my damnedest to help bring up some smaller channels here in the near future, Livingston, man. And I wish you would
rebroadcast their live streams.
No, I'm not going to rebroadcast. What I'm going to do is I'm going to share them. I'm going to invite them on our channel where we might have more viewers than them, or they might have more viewers than us. There's no telling.
So what do you mean? You can just share a video.
Encourage people to go and subscribe to their channel. Howard, thank you so much for joining the memberships. We really appreciate it.
You can just share a video.
Yeah. There's actually a button right on the video that says share, and you can share it not only to your own YouTube channel. It'll share right on your community page, right in the feed for everybody to see, or you can share it outside of YouTube, right? You could share it on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, X, whatever you want to share it on. You can actually do that. There's a fucking button for it. Right down there. There's a button right down there. The fucking button says share. You hit it and shit happens, man. It's fucking like YouTube magic, bro. But if you're not really a YouTuber, you wouldn't fucking know that, would you?
Wait a second. Don't tell me you can share the channel itself, just a link to the channel.
Oh yeah, the channel, specific content, specific posts. You can do it all, Livingston, man. YouTube's been around a little longer than some of these other platforms, and they do a great fucking job, man. They do a great job. They love to kick around the content that they're not fond of, right? They love to squash it and mess things up. Oh, hello, sweetie. Hello.
You're blowing my mind right now.
Eric, thank you so much, brother.
I had no idea that the only way to there was any other. I thought that what I had to do was insidiously record a live stream and then rebroadcast it on my own channel. I didn't know there was. Share.
Livingston, man. Now, what happens when you do that is the channel that you're sharing it from gets no love from the tube. None. Zero. They get no credit. They get nothing from it.
Right, because I'm doing it on my channel, not theirs.
Correct. And that is their content that they created. Even if you were a part of it, that is their content that they created. And in my opinion, that's nothing more than a copyright infringement, my man. And
at least
the only reason you haven't been dinged for it is because the channel in question whose stuff that you shared was nice enough to not report your ass for it. Just saying.
I feel like, where I'm from, you get your ass kicked for doing something like that.
Well, this is, we do things a little different here in the People's Republic of New Yorkistan. And when you act a fool and you act like an asshole and look down and talk down to people who are part of my community, that's what pisses me off. And that's when the New York starts to come out. Sorry. But you'll have that.
I'm glad you taught me that I can just simply hit one button and share the video and
totally.
because I didn't know that. I would have landed on the same thing. What I should honestly do is use tech quote to pirate the live stream and then transfer. That's what I landed on also. I was that's the easiest way.
Use tech. I hit the screen record button as soon as these guys went live because I needed some content to share. What a fucking piece of shit you must be. For real. The AI couldn't fucking write you up something good enough to get you some views?
Check it. Yo, but hey, thanks for watching. Number one.
Appreciate the views. Man, listen. Tell you what. Don't come around here with that bullshit. Don't do it. Don't do it. Ohio Valley Prepping says pirate is a good word. Yes. Yes, pirate is a real good word. King Corso says you call that bootlegging.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know. I have more respect for bootleggers. They ran from the cops. Brought us liquor. This guy's not doing any public service.
No. He's doing himself a service. 100%. 100%. Yardbird says you guys do kind of suck. Just saying. Thanks, Yardbirds. We appreciate you, brother.
Thank you. And you know what? That is the kind of fucking criticism I want to hear. Because everybody does it. Oh, we're some local band. Like, yo, fuck local music. Okay. Listen, if we suck, I fucking really honestly need you to say that. And of course you will. And I wish you would. But the worst kind of fan base is this mindless shit that's, oh yeah, it's so awesome, dude. I love you guys. No way, dude. That shit sucked. And we did it on purpose to see what you would say. Like,
yeah. William Pence, good to see you. Gnostic Nomad says the individual in question followed him just to dislike his video and then made fun of his fruit stand. I tell you what, the individual is a fucking fruit stand.
Fruit stand.
So, fruit stand.
What's a fruit stand?
This dude is a fucking fruit stand, 100%. I'm pretty sure he puffs Peter. He likes to puff pole and does his thing, you know. But he who shall not be named. He's not a subscriber here, even though he claimed that he wanted to help the. No, he wasn't. Never.
No, homie was showing up in the Facebook group. I remember seeing his.
Yes, in the Facebook group, in the chat, because he wants to come and try and grab as many subscribers for himself as possible, and he has no problem stepping on people to gain subscribers, and he even stated that in his video, which I thought was pretty funny, that he just said exactly what he is. I will do whatever I need to do to get them people. Yeah, you, sir, are a grade A fucking piece of shit. Oh, David says, hit the bell. There you go, brother.
That's when homeboy lost me. I was like, oh shit. So not only we're doubling down. Okay.
Bro, listen, I have no problem calling out bullshit when I see it, especially here in the community, right? We got a great community here. The preparedness community on YouTube is one of the kindest, most giving, most loving communities I've ever had the privilege to be a part of. That is not something that I will allow to go unprotected. And if I have to play shepherd of the flock, well, I'm grabbing my stick and beating some fucking ass, because that's what needs to be done. Just saying.
It's 2025. We ain't beating nobody's ass. We just roasting them on our fucking flagship show on a Wednesday night. It's all it.
Might as well. Well, Wednesday. He might not even be here anymore. Who knows?
He's not. Like homie erased himself from our Facebook group. I remember seeing his posts and being like, "Oh, what the fuck is this?" I kind of
like, oh, man. That's a shame. That's a shame. I was gonna send him a link tonight and see if he wanted to join us.
I would have had fun with that. I'm in the mood.
Whatever. Speak your truth, man. Like, you know, you got to have. You got to be able to defend yourself. And
like they said to me, like you don't have enough patience, Livingston, man. I was like, I know, because I'm not a fucking doctor, and I never fucking claimed to be. Okay, so don't talk to me about patience, Doc. You deal with that.
It's true. It's true.
But also, we're trying to spread the love, all right? Because also, I temper that with the idea that what old Bob Hanlon say? Society that has lost all politeness and manners is doomed. It's not a riot that you should be concerned with. It is the loss of personification within society. When you stop seeing others, and when you stop being seen as a fellow human being, your culture and society is doomed. You don't care about each other. You cannot care about anything else except yourself, if you're lucky. Our culture is doomed. The inevitable
stuff here. Keep doing your thing, bro.
The impending mass die-off of humanity will not be some thunderclap. It will be this death by 1 billion cuts as we continue to erode our very humanity out from under ourselves. We will continue to be stubborn, be set in our ways, never reach across the proverbial aisles. We will never walk in proverbial shoes. Nope. It's me for me. I got to do my thing. I got to, and that's the division, really. That is a breakdown at the molecular level. There are 8 billion people on this planet. We are essentially bacteria. We have overrun this planet. There isn't a single place you can go that a fucking human has dropped some piece of garbage in the very place you would have last expected it. And here we are. There is no future for us besides a mass extinction event, because it is simply the natural law. There are too many, and this system is unsustainable, and this system will collapse. There is no other possible way to explain it. Whether you want to call this synergy theory, whether you want to call it quantum physics, whether you want to call this the Book of Revelation, it's again science and religion talking about the same thing in a different language. It's all coming to a grinding halt. No one gets out.
So I just shared the link for this We All Gonna Die Wednesday live stream in the chat. And if anybody feels like hopping in to have a little discussion about the end of humanity,
I dare you.
Feel
Pop
free,
in.
especially if you're a smaller channel and you need a little help growing, because that's what I'm about now. After seeing the things that I've seen recently, that's my mission going forward, is to help smaller channels grow as much as I can. And we have our very first guest. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome, Tactical Muffin Top. What's up, TMT? Good to see you.
What up, brother?
Well, TMT is growing the channel, and we got somebody else too. Hang on a second here.
We're fucking forming a panel right here. This is dope, bro. It's like
this is Karen Hillbilly something. We'll see how this goes. Karen, good evening.
She got the nerve to show her camera. TMT, what's up with you?
Welcome, Karen. Good to see you. It's been an awful long time.
She was me hurrying up to rip the damn black tape off the camera because
Sounds like Fed.
See us for who
I
we
look
really
a little
are.
blurry. It's because there's sticky all over it.
Hey, no worries.
That's what I actually look like, bro. Why you hate on me? He's a member of
the Muffin Top. Livingston, man, do ask some questions of our guests. I will be right back. I got to let the little doggy out, or she's going to trounce me again.
Look, he stepped the fuck up.
Top secret.
I can see better without him than with him.
All right. All
right. What's the subject?
Well, we're talking about the impending mass die-off of humanity.
It's already started.
I'm stoked for it.
It started 20 years ago when people quit having babies.
All right.
There's no replacement generation.
All right.
That's accurate.
Let me rephrase that. There's no competent replacement generation. The new generation is screwed and uneducated and completely not self-sufficient in any way.
What's up?
Okay.
Welcome, Mantis.
That personally for me, that tracks. Like, that's a truth right there. Who is to blame? Because we got to blame somebody, right? We have a problem. We have a generational crisis, as a matter of fact. And yes, it's like ourselves. And it's like, it's that simple, right? Isn't it? They always talk about the good men create the good time, the hard men create good times, and it goes around, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like what part of that circle do you suppose we're in right now?
This is the weakest of times.
We're in the hard times because rich men are greedy and they didn't pass it down.
Yep.
I mean, I'm sorry, but the baby boomer it's mine generation. well into their. I was raised in a very unusual household, in a military disciplined household, and you gave your crap when you retired, when you downsized, you gave the kids it then when they needed it, when they needed help with their own kids. You don't wait until you die. And it's not just money and goods, it's knowledge and experiences you have to share.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well said, Karen. Well said.
Well, thank you.
TMT, your thoughts. What is it that is bringing about the whole demise, and who is to blame?
Well, I think it's a systematic breakdown that started with the reduction of population. And if you follow the end of Rome, it comes with the increase of foreign entities, which is currently being flooded. And as soon as we do the foreign entities for money into our military, which a lot of people are floating, hence our military numbers are down, is when the country falls 100%. But I think it's through education. I think it's through diet. I think it's through chemical spraying. They're exterminating the common people because they don't need us pretty soon. So I think we're rats taking that decon, but we don't know it's decon.
Amen. Amen. Well said, TMT. Prepping Mantis, your thoughts, my friend.
Very much liked what TMT just said and agree. I think we're being fed our own poison. We're gobbling it up. I mean, to me, it always comes back to education, right? But you can only learn through experience and by what's presented to you. And if what's presented to you is bullshit being handed down by the people that are trying to sell you something, there's only so much you can learn. You have to experience things. You have to hand those things down and around to the people around you, and you need to try and lift them up. But we're so busy just getting spoon-fed all of this shit, mass consuming everything that comes at us. Quick answers. We don't know how to problem solve anymore. We don't know how to critical think. And then we end up at the bottom of the totem pole.
And we're constantly bombarded too with subliminal through AI, like with my YouTube feed. All of a sudden, a few weeks ago, he's stupid. I'm the middle child. My family did me wrong, and this is how I got even. Audiobooks have been flooding my feed, and all of them are the same thing. Family is bad. Family will turn on you. This is how you get even with your family. What the fuck happened to the Waltons, man?
Wow. Gnostic Nomad.
My grandbaby's feed. It's in my daughter. Oh my God, the Korean K-pop. Her mind is gone.
The algorithms, man, they do it to you.
And because I hit that button all the time. Turn it off. I'm not interested. Don't recommend this channel. I get up the next morning and there's 1,000 more.
Well, the problem is the algorithms know what to keep you clicking.
Right? I appreciate your service. And if everybody, I didn't mean to talk over the homie.
No, it's okay, man.
I appreciate her service because that is what this algorithmic nonsense requires, is for people to say, actually, I don't like this. They don't take scrolling past it for an answer. You ever notice that? You ever notice you don't see anything?
The more you ignore it, the more they flood you with it.
Post.
Yep.
It's all some nonsense. You're just being fed drivel like a.
And that's what it is. It's brainwashing dribble. I mean, it's designed to make you hate your family. It's designed to make you depressed. Yeah. And the more you consume, the worse you get until you're literally addicted. And that's all you do. It's all these used to be my mama's generation. It was soap operas, mind-numbing TV. Now it's these constant fast clips. Boom, boom, boom. It's the same damn thing.
Man, I haven't thought about that in so long. You know, you come into the house, it's like 1992, and every single woman in the whole entire block are like crowded around the television, watching Days of Our Lives, like it's the last day on the
young
planet.
and the restless.
Yeah. Did you remember to record my show?
Sorry, that was like a real nostalgic moment. I didn't mean to bring that up, but like, man, I haven't thought about people doing that in so long. I'm sorry.
I was,
No,
I
I
was
would
you're
come
right.
home from school and my mama would be in a tizzy because her favorite soap opera character was, going through some kind of imagined hardship.
Yeah.
And I mean, she'd be crying real tears.
Quiet, baby. What shows are on?
I mean, I was at the babysitter's house, like down for nap when like babysitter was watching The Days of Our Lives. Yeah, I mean, I was there for it, but I mean, I was only like, it was like a dream state. I would subliminally remember this. Like I remember Santa Barbara too. I think it was Days of Our Lives, General Hospital, all these soaps.
Mhm.
And don't get me started on Elvis Week because that was the thing.
What year were you born, Livingston?
Why?
I'm just curious because you just
1957 in a Russian factory.
57 in a Russian factory. All right. Well, what
was your first pet's name?
What's the date of birth on your license? And how about that?
What's
What are
that?
you claiming?
Claiming?
Yeah. What are you claiming as your date of birth?
Date of manufacture, he means.
Yeah.
Livingston.
Yeah.
We're talking. It was 1982.
No. All right. So we're the same year then.
Oh
Yeah,
my
I was
God,
there.
Guys, I was-
You grew up with like Voltron, and you grew up with what was that? Thundercats and
G.I. Joe, bro. G.I.
G.I.
Joe.
Joe. Exactly.
Yeah, brother, I was
I
there.
grew up with
Yeah,
Star
okay.
Trek. And
Let me
we,
just.
we
Jojo the Clown
had all right. So the reason why I was asking is I
I'm
feel like we had like
Teenage
a
Turtles.
carbon copy like childhood of each other. That's the only reason. I wasn't like trying to get your last 4 of your social security or nothing.
I'll give it to you. You can have my $13. That's fine.
No, I don't need your debt, bro. I don't need your debt. I don't.
let me tell you how
None of
our
that.
society has fallen. Let's get back on track here. Okay, I was born in 1965. Okay,
All right. Yeah.
Fort Benning. I'm a military brat from the get-go.
Yep.
Joined the Army straight out of high school. My kids come along. They join the military straight out of high school. He has 3 college degrees. He went to warrant officer school. We're out. We do estate sales and thrift store crawling and stuff like that once in a while. I find some teacups, little Japanese teacups. And I said, baby, you got to buy them. I want those. I want them now. He said, why, mama? I said, I want those teacups. Just don't worry about it. He's like, why, mama? I said, pick it up and look at the tramp stamp on the bottom. Made in occupied Japan. And this 34-year-old Army officer yells across the house, Mom, what is occupied Japan? How could you not know what occupied Japan was? And you're in the military and you're an officer.
Yeah.
And it's not stupid.
No,
It's just
Japan
something
became
I
a.
didn't teach him in high school because I
Sure,
gave them all a second education at home.
His series written by the victors, and occupied Japan was the thing we didn't talk about because they became a model ally.
And yet,
We made the sun rise on them.
we didn't just occupy them, rebuilt their industrial civilization.
Absolutely, and so it's not talked about any sort of. It's left out of the story all the horrible things that went on in the meantime. Everybody got the big dog they bring on the live stream, bro. I ain't got no big dog. I have to bring a big cat in. John,
Puppy.
Now get him.
man, does he have a cat or something? Or can we
They
flex on
come to bring the love, man. They come to bring the love.
I feel like I should go get one of my roosters and bring it inside.
Yeah.
Well,
This turned into a freaking panel tonight, Michael. I'm glad.
yeah.
This.
Yeah, well, that's the nice thing about StreamYard is you can just share the link out, and anybody who wants to hop in can hop in. And I really appreciate y'all jumping in with it this evening.
Anybody that didn't click that link is quote me, coward. And go ahead and comment all you want, but show your face. Sorry, Gnostic and TMT. I know y'all not.
I mean, if you go to my channel and watch my content, my face is there.
Y'all be quiet.
I'm horrible looking.
Yeah,
So.
you showed. I'm ugly. I'm so ugly. I'm adorable, bro.
Gnostic, before we get wrapping this thing up,
Okay.
your thoughts, my friend, on the original question that the Livingston man had asked.
Okay.
Whose fault is this, and what is to blame?
Okay.
gotta
Whose
blame
fault is it for what
gotta
now?
blame
Just because we
somebody.
got a little sidetracked. Whose
You
fault
gotta
for
blame
what?
somebody.
So the downfall of depopulation that's coming, the impending
whose
mass
fault is
die-off
it?
of
All right.
humanity.
Well,
Whose fault is it, and who are we going to blame?
how much time you guys got?
We got some time.
I'm
Let her
about
rip,
to. I'm
Shady
about
Chick.
to inhale here like Ace Ventura.
Let her
All
go,
right?
brother. Let her rip. Let her rip.
All right. So first, we're gonna start at like basically around the turn of the century. Okay. So the turn of the century was basically the start of like the Rockefeller founded educational system, and basically that has controlled all of the medical and the education that the entire world basically learns from and gets all of their medicine, all of their nutrition, everything comes from this like one foundation. And how and why this foundation gained so much control is a whole nother night and a rabbit hole in itself. But basically, all of the things that are going wrong with the world are all what everything you guys all said. Tactical mushroom top, the prepping mantis, you guys were all spot on with everything you guys are saying. Like you're like everything, the critical thinking, education, medicine, nutrition, everything is like flipped upside down right now. And everybody's perception of what reality is also flipped upside down because of the perception of what we think reality to be is really just a perverted version of what the elite are feeding us. I know it sounds really complicated when I'm like trying to explain to you like over 25 years of research in 30 seconds, but it's basically the people that control the world are a very small governing ruling class of elite. They are very corrupt. They're very satanic. But their satanic is not the same Satan that you think the Bible is, right? Satan to them is not the Satan is the adversary. It's not a horns with pitchforks, right? It's an adversary. It's our shadow self. It's our internal strife that we deal with. That is Satan, right? And these people that control the world understand a lot of these things, and they are not they're religious in a sense, right, but not in the sense that you think they are. And they've kind of turned religion on its head as well too, and science and history, mathematics, everything is all flipped and turned on its head. And in our perception, what we perceive the Overton window to be is basically this controlled vision of what the ruling body want us to see. And that covers everything from this right wing, like dropping the worst racist things you could possibly imagine, to the most radical far left, like screeching nose ring, like purple haired, like goes to every rally liberal. And that in every political spectrum that exists in between those two things exists within the Overton window. And this is why reality is so fucked right now, is because everybody is believing this like boxed version of what they think reality is. And the people that rule the world are living in the Lord of the Rings, basically. You know, as far as what their reality is, it's like their reality is so far from what we think reality is that it might as well just be fantasy. You know what I mean? Because their version of reality is so far from what we think is possible. when you were talking earlier about, I think I can manifest something.
Oh yeah,
Because I feel like I have that power innately within me. We all have that power.
100%.
We all have that
The
power
spark of
in
the
us.
divine is within each.
Exactly. Exactly. And we've never even talked before, right?
No,
And,
not
and
about.
instantly, Miss Karen Hillbilly Honey, we've never even had a conversation before, right?
I think anybody who is connected to the natural world, because
Just has this
we're raising our bubble
understanding
wrap
and
babies.
connection.
When we bubble wrap the babies, we disconnect them from emotion. We disconnect them from experience. So they live in a book novel. Their life is a novel.
Yeah.
100%.
Without any idea of the actual connection with the solid physical reality world.
Yeah. And this is where the
That spark
Gnostic
is right
part of
here.
my name comes from. And that understanding, what we just discussed, that is Gnosticism in a nutshell. There's more to it, for sure.
Bro, I'm feeling you. You talk as much shit as I do. Like, I was like,
Yeah.
I
damn.
mean,
It's
Y'all
already,
gonna
it's
hate me
so
here. I gotta say this.
Gnosis is when you
Nah,
reach
man.
Gnosis, you reach this like deep level of knowledge and understanding, and it can be reached by meditation. It can be reached by
within.
fasting. Like if you fast for like 40 days, right? Like you hit
doing
this level of like self-awareness that is like only reached by like monks and Buddhists and other people like that in Hindus that did these long fasts. Others like severe drug abuse, right? I've done a lot of recreational chemicals that
you know, me and the
enhance
homies
these
starting a channel
experiences.
together. This
Yeah.
combo is unstoppable. I
Like
feel like I know
lots
dog.
of 3-letter chemicals that
Yeah,
make
shit,
you
they couldn't pronounce a head number.
have, you know, psychotropic experiences in large quantities. You know, so that's how I reached my gnosis. And
Now,
basically, what's up?
what's your favorite band?
All right, so
Me?
it's a tough
It's
question
a
because I like
toss
hip
up
hop.
between the Dead Kennedys and Iron Maiden.
I'm feeling like he's
Are you
somewhere in there.
serious?
I'm
Really?
thinking I'm
Crazy.
feeling like that he's got a little punk rock in him, but I'm not sure what.
I'm gonna
kind.
go KRS-One.
Okay, so are you a city kid?
I grew up in Boston.
I
I grew
knew
up in inner city Boston, so
I didn't want to peg you for Boston, but I heard a city.
yeah, I grew up in Boston. You know, the fucking mean streets, kid. You know, where we get the fucking, we would go to the store to get the beers, and we stop at the
When
fucking
you go to the
packy
bar,
on the
park
way.
your car
You know?
for the cab.
Yeah, we gotta stop at the packy before the
I lived
fucking
in Maryland
Sox
for a
game,
few
kid.
years. Does that count?
You're not out of the mean streets of Dorchester just yet, there, love.
Dorchester. Oh man.
So I have a question for everybody before we wind this stream down tonight, and I want to hit our two quietest chatters first. The prepping mantis. Do you think? Well, let me see. I gotta try and rephrase this.
No, I do. I think.
Well, I know you think. I know you think, and it's good to see you, buddy. It's good to see you.
Too, brother.
It's been a long time.
Miss you guys.
I miss you too, man. The question here is, do you think humanity as a whole has the inner vision to that sixth sense? You know, our third eye has been clogged up with the high fructose corn syrup and all the bullshit that they feed us. Do you think that there will be some sort of, I guess you'd almost have to call it like a divine intervention before this culling happens? Do you think humanity will snap awake and lash back out at the people who are trying to perpetrate this on them?
So that's a really tough question, and I'll try and be quick. I do, because I'm an eternal optimist, but at the same time, I'm probably the biggest skeptic that ever lived. I think that we keep getting close, right? The boot keeps coming down. The people keep feeling the oppression, the crony capitalism, everything comes raining in. We get to the point, I mean, 2019, 2020, if it didn't happen then, if there weren't you know, there wasn't a massive pushback then. I don't know what it's going to take. I feel like we have the capability. I feel like there are enough people that want freedom, right? That want to be able to get what they, you know, to keep what they earn and prosper, right? But I haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen that thing. And if we keep going the way that we're going, no, I think there will be a culling before you see another
uprising. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well said. Well said. Complacency and comfortability will be
It's
the
numbing.
demise of
I
most
think
of
it's
us.
going to be kind of like 536 AD. 2-year
TMC,
winter, all the poor
your
people
thoughts?
had nothing. The rich people came out and took everything. They raided peasant hunts, took every strip of wood for warmth, every bit of food. The peasants revolted eventually.
Yep.
And they ate their overlords. And that's how they survived. And that was just a 2-year winter. I think what's coming is going to be a little worse. Like
TMT, what do you think? Same question. Do you think humanity will wake up before the culling happens and put a stop to it, or are they just leading the sheep to the slaughter?
Well, let me start off by saying I was born in '92, so you guys are all really, really old.
Mature, brother. Mature.
Mellow. Well,
you're the same age as my wife.
Just
so.
a higher level than you. We've been playing the game longer.
I don't think all of humanity will be saved. I honestly think what we're doing now, I said it in chat earlier. I don't even have 1,000 subs, but the subs I do have, they show up every single time I'm on, whatever. If I'm walking on the treadmill, if I'm like down here, I was so quiet because I'm cleaning up. I had sewage back up in my basement, so I was cleaning.
Oh man, I'm sorry.
Yeah. So I think that what we're doing now almost is a biblical thing. Like we're shepherding our flocks, and those who we can reach out to, who we actually listen, who may have that sixth sense, because I think the more people that we get, I think you nailed it. With the food, I think the pineal gland is being suppressed with the shitty diets, and the more raw food I eat on my diet, and the more food I grow for myself and eat, the more food I butcher myself, and we eat majority of that throughout the week. I tell my wife all the time, I'm like, I think we're superhuman geniuses because everybody around us is fucking retarded. And I mean, just dumb shit, like just work week stuff. We're like, we can just dumb stuff. Right?
I just connecting with people on this live stream. I also think the same thing.
Yeah. I mean, okay, I have a small homestead. Chickens, horses, pig, goats, gardens.
Small.
4 acres. Not huge, 4 acres.
That's huge.
And I know for a fact that my neighbors, who are all in trailers, when I moved here, it was horse pasture, and then the other guy trailers in all the way around me in a U, closed up the horse pasture. Those kids are freaking morons. Those kids are so damn retarded. It is not funny. You know, my kids could fry an egg at 5 years old, make their own breakfast, wash the damn dishes. These kids, 13, and they're going to stand there with their finger in their nose and the other hand scratching their butt, and they can't even fix their own peanut butter sandwich.
But that's by design through the educational system and you know.
Yeah, and it's all of them. Every last damn one of them. Oh my God, let me run and get the new shot. Oh my God, my baby's got to have 10 more vaccines or they're not going to let them go to school.
So you should do it.
Preacher,
some young ones and teach them. Make like a community garden and teach them life skills.
I've tried. I get so frustrated because you do not realize just how ignorant these people are. Well, I have one girl who is still upset because she can't buy Hostess Twinkies with her food stamps anymore, and she has to go back to work. And this is rural America, y'all. Teeny tiny town in the mountains. So don't think it's a big city problem. It's everywhere.
Oh yeah, I would say it's almost worse in the rural areas, right? because
Yeah.
the kids up here got nothing. You know what I mean? At least in this city, you had
I
like,
almost pay them to do the little math and go out and cut their own damn yard with the energy.
yeah.
Don't know
They just,
how.
It all
if
matters on
they're
how
not
you
told,
hold
they
your
don't, and the
community.
parents are the same way.
My son can
You have
pick
to
up
tell 'em.
chickens and he can weed the garden, and he's 3. Okay, you know why? Because I shepherded him to do this.
Yeah.
Mhm.
If you
My
don't know,
son's
and
autistic,
you're
and
like, if you get
I
sat
don't
in
cut
front
him
of
his
a
slack.
Pop-Tart, you're going to be that dumb. You have
It
to
turns-
actually sit there and
It turns into a forgive them, Father. They know not what they do. And
They know what they do when they come knocking on my door, begging and begging and begging and begging. And after I've begged and begged them for help, and I tell them no. You know, I don't mind giving away my eggs, but I'm going to take them down to the Legion Hall and give them to the vets
oh,
when
well,
I
sure.
go to my meetings. I'm not giving them to the lazy neighbors.
Amen,
Absolutely.
Karen. Thank you.
Charity's got its limits, and there's so many very personal decisions that come along with this entire lifestyle that we've all found ourselves a part of here. How you going to be when you stand at the pearly gates? What they going to look up in their book? And I guess if you're inclined to worry about it, you should. And if you're not, you won't. But at the end of the day, I think that your karmic energy does have like some bearing, right? I mean, can we at least all agree, like spiritually, like you like to think, you hope that if you do good here, it, translates to something further on, right?
Yeah. Well, we definitely.
Yeah, the problem is nowadays when you do good I was raised up, neighbors help neighbors. Everybody gathered around when there was something to be done, helped out. But not anymore. They want you to come help them.
Yeah.
But as soon as you tell them you need help, well, they're having a gaming tournament.
Oh yeah, everybody disappeared.
In the living room, and that's more important than picking the green beans.
Prepping Mantis, you took a deep breath.
Well, I'm sorry. No.
I felt like the Prepping Mantis going to say something. He took a deep breath. He did this.
Let her rip, Mantis. Let's hear it.
Come on, Mantis. Let's hear it.
No, I hear what everybody is saying, and I think what it comes down to is nourish yourself, nourish those around you, and raise shepherds. The world needs shepherds. Raise shepherds.
Amen.
Patient with the sheep, but raise shepherds. Teach as much as you can.
Amen. I'll tell you what, that was so well said. I think that's where we're going to end tonight's live stream. I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight and spending their most valuable resource with us here this evening, your time. Really appreciate it. Thank you all for the donations. Subscribe to the Gnostic Nomad, the Prepping. Oh, where is he? He's down there. The Prepping Mantis, Karen, Hillbilly Honey. Subscribe to her. Subscribe to Tactical Muffin Top. TMT. He's one away from a Ninja Turtle. I mean, come on.
I love y'all, baby, but don't subscribe to me because I don't put out content.
Me either, and they subscribe to me anyway. Don't worry about it.
Karen, you can stop by anytime.
Subscribe to me.
Really appreciate it. I know Nomad could use your help.
I'm here.
I'm
at 69 subs, so giggity, but
Nomad, me and you, we doing a thing. 80s kids. We're gonna get together. Get in my DMs,
dude,
bro.
You wanna go play guns in the woods?
If that's what you mean.
Play Manhunt. Prepping Mantis, thank you for joining us. Gnostic Nomad, thank you for joining us. TMT, thank you for chiming in. And Karen, it was great to see you again. Thank you so much for popping in again this evening. It's been a long time, sister. Thank you for popping in.
Yes, it has. Busy life.
I appreciate everybody. Thank you for joining us. I'm going to see if I can hit. A Livingston man gave me some buttons to hit, so I'm going to hit another button and see if that does anything. So stick with us, folks. Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival.
Good evening, and welcome to We All Gonna Die Wednesday. Livingston man, roll that beautiful beam footage.
That was was easy.
We all gonna die. We all gonna die. We all gonna die. It's a we all gonna die Wednesday.